welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I have finished the Diamond Dotz cushion cover. So this was bought as a very expensive sort of kit from Hobbycraft, and it is by the company Diamond Dotz. Now I do have a couple of viewpoints on it. Firstly, the diamonds that you get are awesome, absolutely awesome. Cannot fault the diamonds. The amount of facets on those diamonds, which I don't even know if you're going to be able to tell, but the amount of facets on them are gorgeous. They stick really well, especially considering this is a fabric cushion cover, that they have stuck really, really well. The AB diamonds didn't have any problems with the wax picking them up that I can have with other companies. I can sometimes find that the wax doesn't like to pick up the AB coating. It had zero problem with the AB on this. So all those are a very big plus. The design I did find a little bit weird in the fact that all of these wings here, these two and this one, are complete, but this one is not. So this one has quite a few gaps, if it will focus, and all the others don't. They have this beigey tone around it. To me, it's not quite right. I don't expect them to be exactly the same, but if one of them isn't completed and lets the background of the cushion come through, I would sort of expect at least maybe this other top one to do the same, even if there was a slightly different tone to it, but for some reason this one hasn't. That's something I would like them, you know, to possibly look into. And apart from that, it's very expensive. It is by no means cheap, considering most of them are partials as well. I would sort of expect, you know, the dearer ones to at least be full drill, and they're not. Having said that, it was nice to work on for a change. It's nice the fact that you can potentially pick them up from Hobbycraft. I have got out my paintbrush because I was thinking of sealing this, but to be honest, even when I'm trying to pull the diamonds away, I mean, albeit lightly, with my fingernail, they're not budging. I don't know that a sealer will do any good. Yes, there is a little bit of residue in the glues round it, but only a very, very small amount. And in fact, if you run your finger down there, you can't tell it's there. It's only when you run your nail down that you can. But I'm going to seal it anyway, partly because of that outline of glue. That's the main thing that I'm thinking I don't want picking up bits. But I'm also kind of interested to see how it holds up, to see how sealing it actually works. I think that could be quite interesting. I have just noticed that there's something in between those couple of diamonds that's got caught there before I've managed to seal it. So let's get those out. The only other thing to bear in mind is that they do not come with DMC numbers. Diamond Dotz has its own version of numbers for their diamonds. Now it does look like this sealer's going on quite thick, but it does dry clear. I'm trying not to let it go over onto the fabric too much. I don't know if I wouldn't use this as a day-to-day cushion. This isn't something that I would say put on my couch where, you know, we sit on a daily basis, at least every evening. and there can be multiple people, of course, on and off the couch, leaning against the cushion, moving. I don't think I'd put this there, because as much as I don't think they would come off easily, I think a couch that is used on a daily basis is too hard, you know, too battered by people for it to have a cushion on it of any type that can't be, you know, you can't lay your head on and puff up a bit to make it comfy and all the rest of it. But I would consider putting this as maybe a decorative cushion. Say if you have decorative cushions on your bed that you take off each night and each morning, or I do have a chair in my bedroom that, I mean, guaranteed, more often than not, it ends up being a place where clothes get put. But it is occasionally a place where I'll sit and I'll read, or I'll sit to get changed, or, you know, put my socks on if I'm not feeling major energetic on that day. I think I would put this sort of cushion there. Sort of gone a bit over on the glue, but this sealer seems to dry quite nice. This sealer is, I'll pop a link in it in the description below for it, but I got this from a UK company. It's got a very similar texture to PVA glue, but anything that I have sealed, which I don't seal much, anything that I have sealed, which tends to be more items that are going to get handled rather than going on a wall, this sealer has been fantastic. And it doesn't seem to matter that I put it on and it's white. It does dry very, very clear. But even putting this sealer on, I'm not finding that any of the diamonds are moving about, and I'm attacking it with a brush because I want to make sure that I get all those parts where glue sits, because that's the part that I feel will pick up any rubbish. So yeah, I think this would make a nice decorative cushion, but I don't think I would be using this on my couch on a day-to-day basis. Not without the threat of death to everybody in the house to make sure they move it before they sit down. But in turn, you know, in a room that's used daily, on an item of furniture that's used daily, there is going to be wear and tear. And I think potentially a diamond painted cushion is going to feel the effects of that maybe before the couch does. But that's just my view. Of course, if you live in a house where, you know, there isn't 6 people living, there may be a little bit more care and attention on stuff. The other sort of not so good thing is the plastic coating that was, you know, the plastic cover that goes over diamond paintings that they had over this cushion. They actually stitched it around the edge into the seam, and then you were to take it off from there. It's not come off very well. So there are still quite a few places where you can hear the crinkle of the plastic that's still stuck in the stitching. I don't like that. I would have much preferred them to use a thick piece of plastic on the front of here. If they were bothered about it, you know, potentially moving in the transport or the process, then I think I would have preferred them to just put a little stitch in the corners of it to make it stay in place, rather than actually stitch it all the way around the seam, because it is crinkly. And I was noticing it constantly while working on this cushion. But that's it sealed. And you can already see that it's starting to dry on the other side, and diamonds are becoming a lot clearer. I do sort of use a round brushy type of motion just to make sure that it gets into as many gaps as possible. But I'm going to leave that there. So that's it sealed. So you can already see in this corner that it's drying, and you can see the diamonds. They are coming back. The white parts are just what's still drying underneath, whereas compared to here, where they still look like they're coated in white. But diamonds wise, say they do use their own numbers. However, I did a search on Google for diamond dots to DMC, and I did find a list. Somebody had posted one in a Facebook group, I think it led me to. I'm not sure which group. It was just a link I followed on Google. So by all means, Google the same thing I did. Diamond dots to DMC. There's a few links down, but you get the idea. And I was actually able to find out what all these colours were in DMC numbers. Now, I did hear a rumour that the diamonds are a different size. I'm not sure, but I'm just going to store them in with my normal diamonds, because I find that diamonds come in lots of different sizes anyway. If you do a lot of diamond dots yourself, then you might want to keep them separate, and by all means do that, because you're constantly doing diamond dots canvases, but I'm not. So I'm just going to put them all away with all the rest. So they don't follow the DMC number order in their number order. So I'm going to try and do it in DMC order and get them so I'm not pulling my boxes out all the time. But, okay, 434. Let's try that one. Let's have a look how it looks compared to others. So 434, these are the diamonds that I've already got. And that one says that it's 840. Look, that colour match is pretty good to me. You can get the light in them. Now these do have more facets, as I say. They are an extremely nice colour. And they do have lots and lots of edges on them. It's very hard to sort of show if you're not looking, but they do have a lot of facets, whereas quite a few other companies, the cheaper companies, I'd say, for round diamonds, they do tend to be more of a round dome than they have, you know, cut edges in them. So that's 434 done. 435, I actually don't have a card for. So where's all the stuff? And I want a pen. And I want a piece of card. Okay, so 435, I need to create one for. That's the DMC number 435. And that is actually this 8399. Also, I did have a lot of static on these when I was kitting them up. Didn't seem to be a problem when actually working on it, but it is going to cause me an issue now because they're all sticking in the pot. I'm having to flick the pot profusely to get them to come out. So let's see if I can get them to go into a bag, because they're not going to want to, because I'm putting them on plastic on plastic on plastic. But you need to go away, diamonds. I need to have de-kitted you. There we go. I got them all to go in. So this one is classed as 435. You get yourself some circle stickers. And this one is 435. Or it is in DMC numbers. And I'm not doing myself a whole other sheet of labels, just to fit in some diamond dots when I'm not likely to be doing them regularly. Okay, what else can go in this box? So this one's 640, because this is my box up to the 600s. So 640 is classed as 8416. Yeah, very dark green. I agree with that. It matches what I already have. Closely enough anyway. And it managed to go back into the bag, so that works for me. 640. And then what else goes? 472. 472. Oh, I don't have that one. So we need another bag. And 472 in Diamond Dotz numbers is 8252. The numbers are completely different. Need another sheet of paper. Get them to sit in. And the pen that I use to label these up takes a little bit of time to dry, which is why I do the labelling last, because then it can sit in the box and dry in its own time. 472. Okay, so that's that box done. And then we'll go on to the next one. And these are my 700s to my 900s. So I'm just going to go down the list, to be honest. 938 is my first one. And that is classed as 8404, which is this middle. And I have got a bit of static. So I'm just going to go straight into my tray and work from my tray instead. Not that it is the easiest thing to do when they're static, but I don't have any dryer sheets, so they can sit in this plastic bag and calm themselves down if they wish. And these matches may not be exact. They're probably, you know, as close as they can be, because Diamond Dotz don't claim to use DMC numbers. They straight up claim to use their own. So, but we all know, oh, and we don't have 801. We all know that the matches aren't that perfect anyway. So I don't think it's really going to cause a problem. So have we got static in this one? Doesn't look too bad. Let's see how we go. It's the only thing with using these containers that are together is trying to make sure that you can get the diamonds out in one place. Okay, so this is 801 in DMC numbers. We'll bob that one in and cross it off, because then I know where I'm up to. Then we've got 822, and I have this one, and that is 8413, which is like a beigey sort of colour. A few little problem diamonds in that one, but yeah, that's a good match to me. So whoever created this list, job well done. Definitely helping. Okay, 739. I've only got that one in square. So I'm going to have to create myself a baggie for this one. 739 is actually 8395, which is this one here. Okay, and there is some static, so I'm just going to put them straight into the tray and saves fighting. There's quite a bit of static dealing with these when I kit it up in the video that didn't film. Thought I was filming, but I wasn't. Okay, So this one, 8395, classed as 739. 739. Pop that in with my square ones. Then we've got 738, which I do have in round, and that one is 8396. This one also has a static problem, but it is a corner pod, so I'm going to see if I can just flick the container and make them go in. Then I'm not fighting with two. Okay, 738. I will peel all the labels off after, but I figured there's not much point. I've got a list here that I can check off. 989. 989 we have here, and that is one of the greens. Oh, they don't look like they're going to give me any static bother. Makes a nice change. We'll pop those in, and that is all my 900, or up to 900s. 989. Get that to go back in. So I've got two left, and there is one of them that doesn't have a number next to it, but that is because it's the AB. So first up, I've got to get away 3371, which, as we all know, is a very dark brown. I of course have a pot for this because lots of paintings use it. That's that one done. And then, last but not by any means least, I have the AB diamonds. And for myself, I keep those in my smaller tub that just has my special diamonds in. And they're actually at the moment, ooh, are they the same? Oh no, I have two different lots. So these aren't labelled because these are actually, so that is more pearlised and doesn't have any facets. This one has facets and is on pure white, and this one has facets and is on off-white. So let's have a look which one these AB diamonds are. And these ones are more on a pure white than an off-white. And they do seem to have a few more facets than the ones I've got, but I'm going to put them in with the pure whites because there is only so many bags of diamonds that a gal wants. So as long as they're pure white, which they're probably in between the two, they're as closer to the pure white than they are to the cream. So they've all gone in there, and if I ever want to replace any diamonds or add a bit of sparkle to something, I'll go to those, and I'm just not going to bother with a number at all. So that's that one done. So all my diamond dots are away. I've got stuff all over my desk, of course, and then I just need to peel up my stickers, which I'm pretty sure I used my sticker maker for this. So let's see how they're coming up pretty good. I can't remember if they were sticky in the first place, but I'm pretty sure I used my sticker maker for it. But even the permanent adhesive on my little sticker maker seems to be coming up. Well, she says, and then of course, even the memory card got bored of me and saved. Okay, I've got one sticker that's definitely giving me some aggro. So I'll probably have to put a little bit of Goo Gone on that one just to get rid of the sticky residue, but the rest have come up really well. I'll put that one to one side because that has residue. Oh, this one's going to as well. Okay, I definitely spoke too soon. I should have peeled all the labels off before I said anything. because then none of them would have given me any aggro. But hey, it's the way of life, isn't it? Most of them came off as well, part one. Oh, 2 more to go. 1. No, that one's going to give me aggro as well. Okay. It's not all bad. So I've only got a few that need a bit more of a clean up. So I've just been using this Goo Gone that I got for another project. I got it for a project around the house, but I've been looking at potentially getting one for diamond painting anyway. And using it for the house project gave me a perfect excuse to have the remainder in my craft room. So that's one. Does come off really easy, like it does get the rest of the residue off. Really nice. Once you've got that top coat of paper off, the rest comes off really nice with this. And that is now ready to go back into circulation for the next small kit that I might decide to do. Pop all that away. So that's done. This is still drying. Hopefully I'll be able to pop in an extra little clip at the end and sort of show you what this looks like once it's fully dry. But it's definitely drying where I started, and it seems to be doing really well. So yeah, I'll just pause the video here and I'll finish up the video and show you what it looks like done, because I'm sure there are a lot of people that are curious in regards to a cushion. And I know I did go quite a bit further over with the sealant at the top as well, so it'll be interesting to see what the difference is. So I'll speak to you again once this is dried. So all the glue has had time to dry, and I must say it's made sort of the part where the diamond painting is a lot stiffer, which you'd sort of expect, but it's dried clear. We've still got sparkle and shine, and while it's slightly tougher where the sort of glue went over, you cannot see it at all. It's not made any difference really, I'd say, in regards to that. I'd say the whole thing is a bit stiffer, but I'd expect that because I did plaster the sealer all over it. But it's now got that extra security that stuff isn't going to disappear. Diamonds aren't going to fall off. They're definitely a lot tougher than they were before I put the sealer on. So I reckon this would stand up to the test of time a lot more, placed somewhere that is not a daily traffic area. But that's just my personal preference. As I say, if you live in a quieter household than me, you may find that you can put it in a high traffic area, and it will still probably be quieter than my low traffic areas. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful, and I will speak to you all again soon.